Let's discuss permanent lip blush. My favorite procedure. I love what I do. I love all these procedures. Lip blush, my favorite. Why? Who doesn't want to have beautiful light pink or salmon or whatever color you were born lips? It just really makes you, I think it takes at least 5 to 10 years of someone's age. I mean, the brows frame the face, the eyeliner pops the eyes, the lips. Everybody look at your lips. Everybody, even if they say they don't notice it. So I am not one of those people who will change your lip form. I do not like going over the vermilion base. That's where you will start seeing hair, where the skin of your lips and the skin of your actual epidermis in your face comes together. The lips is different to the skin of your face. I mean, you know this. I'm telling you something you know. Okay, so the lips are the biggest chameleon of them all. People are scared. They say, oh, so going to be painful. I make a little cocktail. We will numb you. Now with lips, you can't numb too long because then they get too soft and it's difficult to implant. I will give you a little lip stretcher. It is game changer. And first we will map the lips. I can give you a little deeper of a Cupid's bow. However, I'm not gonna, I had someone here and she said, oh, and my lips will go like this and this. Yes, it can be done. It will most probably look like you had Kool-Aid if you do it by someone or with someone with no experience. I have a friend who did it because she had a pregnancy mask. She's one of those people who got skin discoloration after pregnancy and she has 2 children. But she went to Montenegro to have it done because I'm not going to do it for her. I like to give you a beautiful natural look. So I do listen to my clients. Okay, so these are not lips I did. These are examples that I have gotten. It's called stock pictures from the internet. So this is basically before. Then this is day 1, day 2, day 3. You see how it starts? Okay, before day 1, day 2, day 3, they will start. Basically, they'll start to blister and peel. Color comes out, and then about day 45. Here is another example. Again, not lips I did. These are stock pictures that we use to teach people so they know what to expect. There you can see. Same lips, and look how different. Okay, so when you come to me, I am going to give you for your lips afterwards exactly the same as I usually do for brows. You are going to get a little ice pack, and I usually say wrap a tissue paper or paper towel around it and then blot. The first 2 hours is very important that you do that. So the lip procedure takes some time. You come in, we numb you, we map you, and we start the procedure. It's important to do the procedure slowly and with a light hand. So please put aside 3 hours. Then to choose the color, I will test the color on you. I usually ask you to bring your favorite lipstick and you will do so, and then I can match it. I have different colors and we will go into color selection in a different video, which I will link here. So day 1, the healing, you're not gonna do any, well, first of all, it's gonna look really dark and it's gonna look oversaturated. You're not going to do day 1, day 2, day 3 any salty foods. Preferably don't drink with a straw like this. If you do want to use a straw, drink like this, just because you don't want to pull the lips. And also if you do this, you can this sounds crazy, but you can actually push some of the pigment out if it's not healed yet. Then by day 3 it will start scabbing. Do not pull. If it's itchy, just take your little aftercare Q-tip and roll over it more. I will give you in a bag like this. I am going to give you your aftercare little instructions with pictures. I am also going to give you this paper which will explain to you what to expect. It will say lip liner or lip color. Let me read here so I don't lie to you. Okay, expect moderate swelling, usually 1 to 2 days. Following the procedure, apply a cool pack for the first 2 hours. This is very important and you should continue it throughout the day. Wash with cold water and pat dry. And I don't mean soak. This is why I always give people a little baggie, and they're very convenient because you can carry this with you. You can wet your cotton rounds and you can through the day as you go about your things and run your errands, you can actually, you know, take care of your lips. Nobody would even notice. Just sit in the car and do it. You are going to keep it moist with Vaseline. People, Vaseline petroleum jelly is amazing. It's even good for the skin. But anyhow, okay, you for the next 7 days, this is important. Lip blushing or lip liner can dry out the lips. You want to take care because you do not want to end up with forever dry lips. So you have to keep it nice and moist. Don't put oil on it. After 7 days, you can do like a lip balm, like a lip ice, Vaseline lip ice kind of thing, like a chapstick. However, I like that you keep and continue with Q-tips because I like it. It's sterile. You're not going to use, when you come to me for aftercare and lip or any permanent makeup, you never use your things afterwards. For my tray, this will not stay here. I'll take this off. I do have my own cleanser, which I will use, and my own aftercare. This is my tray for my lips. I always first cleanse with mine, then I go in with green soap, then again I triple cleanse, then I use the alcohol wipe. First, before the alcohol wipe, I will exfoliate, alcohol wipe, and then I numb. I numb before I map. So I'm gonna try Tina Davies's new numbing. I tried it the other day and it made, but I think I left it on too long, so I want to try and do it correct today. Then I test my line with Q-tips, and while I work, I use some green soap to wipe off, and I always try to use a needle with a sponge in. I know this is really a microblading ring. Always try and use a ring with sponge in. I know this is a microblading ring. I prefer these, and the reason why is I don't want the needle to touch the side or the bottom because it can bend the needle, and I find with the sponge, let me see if I can zoom in, I find with a sponge it's easier. So that's my tray for today. This can stay here because I'm gonna already use it, will be, and then I also put a little cup there in case I want to mix something or in case she feels she needs duration. Okay. Hi people, I'm doing this gorgeous lady's lips. I'm gonna try and video as much as I can. A little prayer. Okay, bye. So I mapped her. We're gonna follow pretty much her natural line because I don't like to go over the vermilion base. If you go over the vermilion base, what happens is they can look like they had Kool-Aid, and nobody wants to walk around with an orange like mustache. Okay, we'll be back. And you can see it makes it more of a canvas. So that's a good thing she did that. So now I'm gonna fix that little one corner. People spent the money. And if they need to swallow, some people can swallow. I have someone who fell asleep while I did her lips and she had that in. Okay, perfect. And also don't be scared. Any imperfection you can always fix with a follow-up. Okay? Don't traumatize them. Don't do it over and over. Oh my gosh, you won't be able to laugh. But you know what I did when I did a friend of Lisa's lips? I was shaking this and the lid wasn't on and I shook it all over me. I looked like I was painting. Lips we usually do faster, but I'm gonna only do at 100. I like to use a tissue when I do this, otherwise your hands get. I always start at the most painful area, and it's here. Careful. Let your arms rest. I'm gonna rest on you, okay? The more control I have, the better. This is the most painful part. Once you have the shape, you're good. Once you have the outline, you're good. And I'm not sure if you can see, I'm very light-handed. I'm not going very deep. Try to do it at 90 degrees. Once you have the outline, you can wipe the mouth, numb it again, and she will most probably not feel a thing after this because I'm going to numb her again. I don't know if you see my air pocket is open. And people, be careful. This is the most painful part. There's nothing more painful than this. It's like getting a few tiny pricks constantly. The more you stretch, the less painful. And that's why I also give them a mouth stretcher. Now, I know there are artists who does this without numbing. They don't numb. Do not do that on mature skin. I think it will be very painful for your client if you do that on mature skin. I would not advise you to do that on mature skin. So my needle is rather long. I don't know if you see, because I like to see my needle and I'm light-handed, so I have a good control here. If you're heavy-handed, be careful. If you lose your mapping, rather go more in than out, and then when you wipe, you can remap. Don't go on the outer side. You're making her lips too big then. I think I've got it. I think we can now stop hurting her. Now I'm going to give her a little bit of numbing, but I'm first going to wipe it. Yes. Okay, it's there. This is going to be soap, and then I'm going to take my soap and clean you with my soap. Can you guys see? It's a thin line. Beautiful. She's going to be very happy, I think. I hope. And if they smile, though nobody smiles 24/7 when you have a needle by, but if they smile, it also makes it a little easier to implant. Okay, now we're gonna numb her one more time. I'm just numbing the outline a little, and then I'm gonna mix in a little bit of Tina Davies's numbing again. Does that feel better? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I'm gonna actually mix a little of Tina's numbing in here, just have it drift on top. Okay. And then I'm going to start the implant, and then we're going to turn it off and we'll turn it on again. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to just do one more time the lining, and then I'm going to start the inside, because here at the bottom I want a little. She's gonna get home and her husband is gonna fall in love with her all over again. People, the Cupid's bow are very painful. The most painful area.
So show me colors, colors I need. Pictures this time. Show me food